Okay. Next week I might do with one overloader, so I'll have one free man. Okay, and then later on we might even try right at the end to go 11 versus 11. Now, I would actually start with their hands to begin with. Now, the following week though, I wouldn't bother using hands. Okay, we just use the hands as the introduction to actually give them pictures to get ideas. All right. Second week now, that's in place. You're now building on what they've done before. You might bring it in just to remind them about certain things, but then after the first 2 weeks, we play with the ball at our feet. Okay? All right, any questions?
The numbers for the multi-player game was 2-1-1. So it's 10 players total. You're often, what are you working about, 14 in a squad. How might you get that? A 3-1-1 or
yeah, well, you could go 3-2-2. And make it a little bit bigger because you want all the kids to be working. Sometimes if it's a bigger group, what you'll go is 2-1-1, 2-1-1, so you'll have 16, right, and just a small goal. And then often what I do is just join them both together. So they're playing 8 versus 8, but it's still the same thing. Pardon? Well, again, I've overdone it because I'm showing you, but usually I work for about an hour 20. You've got to be careful. They're really young kids. You've got to give them loads of breaks. You'll adjust it. Your experience. Maybe you won't do so much on the small group. Don't forget we did hands as well. All right. But yeah, I work about an hour and 20. But I mean, you lot there have been working for about 90 minutes all through, and everybody. You know, there's been no lines, has there? I mean, just to give you an example of that, we saw a recording, saw something over in Ireland where they had a soccer camp and they had 30 kids lined up waiting to receive a shot to have a go at goal. So they lined up and then the coach passed it in and they had a shot. Well, you just think of that, 30 of them in a line, in 30 minutes they've had 1 minute of the ball. Now, somebody once said to me, oh, well, in the game, you only touch the ball for 3 minutes, so it don't matter. Well, it does, because what you've got to do, what the kids have got to do, is learn to pick up the signals of the game when they're off the ball. They've got to learn that. That's what the street did. What the street didn't have was an old pro saying, hey, time you run, work with both feet, etc., etc. Okay. Now, one last thing we'd do is I would now be giving football homework. Right? So again, when they go off, yeah, I want you working on this, I want you working on that, I want you working on that. Okay, because especially in grassroots terms, what they've got to do is work on their own time.
You make that would you make that individualistic rather than collective?
Yes. Yeah? I call it the 1 minute rule. So
okay.
I want you working on your right foot.
Yeah.
Right. Luckily, your parents have been in the club for the parents' first coach course.
Yeah.
So when you go home, they should say,
yeah.
What did the coach say? Well, I've got to work more on running and turning right foot.
Yeah.
Okay. I want you working on your left foot. Okay. Running, turning, and passing. I want you receiving off both feet. Okay. So that open turns, closed turns. So, you know, it's only a minute, but I want you working on that. I want you working on that.
That other homework when you said the forward go and hide. Well, that's one of your homeworks. So I mean, you go and hide, wait for someone to pass, come into it, turn left, turn right, with feet.
Yeah, well, we've got loads of homework on the web anyway, all right, and you'll make up some of your own. We're going to push that in. So there is my DVD, one-on-one coaching and advanced one-on-one coaching, which is actually, you can laugh, but it's the biggest seller in the States. I was walking through LA Airport, somebody shouted, there's Roger Wilkinson, about 300 people stared at me. I was sorry I shouted it after a while. The other thing is, if you do look at the one-on-one tape, John, you'll remember that was my own label. Right? It was a nightmare, it made my shorts look like a skirt, and my shot was robbed. and they took everything but my label. I said, oh, no, that's a true story. It was like, Nike, what's this shit? Threw it in the corner. Right, we found it in the corner, didn't we? Yeah. Okay.